the same ways that people justify living under that structure, monarchies, theocratic monarchies especially, and the centralization of power that came from that was justified by God. It was God ordained, and the church had that control over your life, especially at a time when, the printing press is not around. There's not a lot of ways to democratize education. And the things that you learn are very specific. You have a lot of holes to fill, and God filled all that hole. Nowadays, we have more education, less, more holes have been filled through the scientific method. We have no need. We don't have the same need to contextualize certain things or conceptualize certain things through the Bible or other kinds of, other religious scripture. How does a secular neoliberal democracy justify its own existence where there is the same level of power disparity amongst those who have everything and the rest of the 99% that don't have anything? Because back in the day, it was the king. He had everything. You had nothing. You worked for your lord, and then your lord worked for the king, and that was just the way it went. And you couldn't speak out against it because that was blasphemy, It's blasphemy. Nowadays, we have a capitalist organization of the economy and a capitalist mode of existence. How do we justify that? Through the lie of meritocracy, okay? So the disparity of power is still the same. Maybe not as extreme as how it used to be during monarchies, right? They're not like cutting your ear off or your hand off for getting a person in a position of power upset. Not that bad. Meritocracy is the reason why you look to someone like Elon Musk and say, yeah, nothing is fucked up here. He must have worked hard. The system, the entire system that we exist under has to be just. And it's a self-reinforcing cycle. It is a lie that everyone tells themselves. It is a lie that society was built upon to tell you that, no, if you do work hard, you will achieve the American dream. Look at all these people that did work hard and achieved it. Because if meritocracy is a lie and those people in positions of power didn't actually work harder and smarter than everyone else to accumulate that level of capital, all of a sudden, why the fuck are you working? Why are you working so hard? You're never going to achieve that. If you recognize your permanent place in society, especially in countries, even in the Western world, where social mobility is becoming less and less apparent, I guess. When you recognize that, when you recognize your class position and what you are born onto this planet to do, all of a sudden you might have a revolutionary spark. M. Hood is correct. I have a hard time believing Elon Musk has ever finished a single task the way Twitter is going / the way he tweets. Exactly. Scientific method doesn't exist for hundreds of years, Pepega. No, that's not what I mean. But obviously the great leaps that science has made, especially in the post-industrial world, or even with a democratization of the flow of information, allowed people to have a different perspective. Another thing could be said about the internet as well, but I think capitalism is more powerful as a mechanism of control than monarchies were, and therefore, it is harder to. It has a capacity to bastardize every new invention and turn it on its head. Elon Musk, Bill Burr on Elon Musk.
All right, here's some new that's out that I'm sick of people complaining about. Teslas. All right, I know the guy that runs it's a laminated face. We all know that. We all know he's a nerd who's trying to be cool now. Hey, I'm smoking a joint. Hey, I got wacky things to say about stuff, Stay in your lane. Get back in chemistry class and do something with a beaker. Whatever the it is you brainiacs do. He's trying to be the life of the party. That's what we are in this country right now. Nerds are trying to the lampshade on their head. You don't put the lampshade on their head. You design the lamp. Just go do it. Maybe he's trying to drum up more money. Is that what it is?
He made a claim on a podcast that the birthing rate was way down with young people and that basically the world population was going to nosedive and that we were all going to go extinct. Rather than it being some big nuclear war, he thought we were just going to go extinct because everyone was going to stop having babies. And I got to be honest with you, that had to have been one of the dumbest things I've ever heard in my life. You don't think when people notice that we're becoming extinct that people won't then have babies? Maybe, did you ever think why they're not having babies? Maybe they're not having babies because they don't want to bring them into this up world. I have a new theory, okay? Smart people who go on podcasts are not that smart, all right? They're campaigning to be smart.
His commentary, low-key, his commentary, the older he gets, the more his commentary turns great.
And that's why psychos run the world. Because they don't feel guilt. They don't give a shit. They'll kill anybody. You know? And nice people, we should be killing them, but we don't because we can't deal with the guilt. Right? And what do psychos do? They stay in power by killing loud, nice people. Martin Luther King, loud, nice. I know he banged a bunch of broads. Who gives a guy was up there crushing it. If nice people start killing psychos, okay, maybe then you wouldn't have a swirl of trash the size of Texas in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. Do we work on that? No, because there's psychos in the world, and all they end up doing is trying to keep improving golf equipment so these man-titted cunts can keep a ball on the fairway.
What the f that from? Dude, what? He looks more bald with more hair. He lets grow. How does that work? That's how it always works. When you're that bald, you can't grow your hair out at all. The more you grow, the more people will recognize you're bald. God, Billy Bitch Tits, dude. One day I'm going to have Billy Bitch Tits on the show, man. God damn it. I love him so much. He's becoming more and more radicalized.
Every now again, there's some
he's always been great, but he's just been getting better and better and better. He's literally hitting the Carlin notes. Like, it's awesome. It was a show he did for Roku. It's a bunch of shorts. Have we tried reaching out, asking Ethan? Yeah.